looking at this, I'm not really too happy with the amount of rust.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for watching. We had a rainy day today, but I did get my transmission rebuild kit in. So we're gonna hop into the garage. I'm not really gonna do too much of a tutorial video on this. I've never really done it before, so I kind of, I'm just gonna take my time and make sure I do it right. But I'm gonna hop in the garage, get that transmission apart, and maybe I'll give you a few updates on the way. So we got the transfer case off, which is good. We did manage to spill a little bit of gear oil that came out of the trans. Luckily, I put this mat down here, and I got this absorber. It was from Advanced Auto Parts, and I don't know if they sell it anymore. I know they had a sale when they said they were gonna stop selling them. So I bought as many as I could, and these things work great. I always keep it around. It's really easy. I don't open the bag the whole way. Spread it along whatever we need to. And then in about 10 minutes, we'll grab a broom, sweep it all together. It'll get all the excess up, and then we'll sweep it up, and we'll have a nice clean mat to work on again. Golly, have I made a mess of this place. What we got? Wow. Alright, so our transfer case is off, bell housing is off, and we got our transmission all apart here. I gotta take a second. I made a mess of this mat. I'm cleaning this up. I'm gonna get all my tools back where they belong so we can kind of start fresh. But we're ready to tear this guy apart. Wow. So I've never done this before. Like I said, this is just one hell of a machine. I mean, it's so cool to see how this stuff works. I have the rebuild kit here. I have a new 5th gear there. I hear these transmissions like to pop out of 5th gear. My Jeep still has 355 gears, so I haven't really ever used 5th gear really since I put 31s on it. Not like the 35s I have now. 5th gear is useless. I can't even look at it. But you know, maybe by the time I re-gear, then we won't have to revisit this transmission, because that would be great. I really don't want to do this again. It's going all right. It's a lot of fun so far, but I'd like to not have to do this again. That'd be pretty cool. But I'll get back to this, and I'll let you guys know how this goes. So I got the garage cleaned up here a little bit, and I decided to take a look at this guy. Reverse was a concern of mine, because if you have a TJ or an XJ, that's just a little bit of my rag. If you have a TJ or an XJ, you know that reverse is always difficult. At least everyone that I know with them has a little bit of problems. But looking at this, I'm not really too happy with the amount of rust on this. That's kind of scaring me. I don't really want to ever do this again. So I think what I'm going to do, unfortunately, is order all these gears. It's gonna take me about a week to get it shipped. I think it's kind of how things have been going, so I'll make sure to get that ordered right now so we can get that in. I looked online, and the price and the availability, not gonna happen. Not getting new gears. So I'm gonna try a rust dissolver. We'll let the parts soak. Hopefully today's the next day, but hopefully tonight I can get this transmission all apart, let everything soak overnight, and then we'll check it out tomorrow. But I'm still going to wrap the video up. It's going to be a very meticulous process, so I don't really want to worry about recording and, not messing anything up. So I'll check back in with you guys probably when we get the transmission back in. I do have the half doors video coming up next week, though, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribe, hit the notification button. You'll be good to go. You'll see it once it posts. While we're here, I figured I'd give you a little bit of a backstory. So, I bought my Jeep probably about 4 years ago, and it was an automatic, and I wanted a 5-speed. So, I bought a donor vehicle, and the donor Jeep was a 97 with about 330,000 miles at the time that I bought it. I bought it dirt cheap, sold some parts off of it, so I really can't complain. That's where the doors are from that I'm cutting for the half doors. So I was in high school when I bought the Jeep. It was kind of a budget, I guess you could say. It's not really kind of how I want to treat my Jeep now, but it was affordable. So I had 330,000 miles. I put the trans in, I got the clutch, I got the computer, so I have all that for the Jeep. But now that there's a little bit more money in the budget to spend, I figured I would just do it right. So I traded this transmission, actually. It's a crazy story. So a buddy of mine had this transmission in his backyard on a pallet. He said, I'll trade you this. At the time, I had what is now Vinny's Jeep, and it had a double-din touchscreen radio in it. So he said, hey, trade me the radio, take the transmission, that should be pretty fair. So I really can't complain that there's, the transmission isn't perfect. I didn't lose any money on that Jeep, so I basically got the transmission for free. So I really can't complain of any issue that I want to fix, on my own accord, because I want it to be perfect. I don't want to really ever do this again. So this transmission is actually an AX-15 out of a YJ. So I'll show you. So this is my transmission depot here. All right. So here's the 330,000 mile transmission. That's the bell housing off of this transmission. This transmission was previously an internal sleeve, but since I had the other transmission laying around, I swapped the bell housing, swapped the clutch fork, and that's what put us where we are now. So this transmission, I don't really want to call it a budget build because the gears and stuff I'm obviously going to put some money into. But as far as the bell housing and the clutch fork and all that, I got a new clutch fork for it. But just the idea of doing it was relatively inexpensive. I know Advanced Adapters sells a kit. It's a little bit more pricey than I would want to spend. But luckily I have all these options here because of, the order of operations of all this going on. So this is just to give you a quick idea of exactly how I did this, how I took everything apart and labeled everything. So everything's in its cup in order of how I took it apart. So when I go to put things back, I'll do it in reverse order. We have our C-clips. That's our sensor for the reverse. 3 is the bolts around the input shaft. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm sorry it was so quick. I didn't expect it to turn out this way, but that's just how things go sometimes. So once we get the new parts in, we'll keep going on this. I do have some parts that came in yesterday for the half doors. Also, I have some more coming tomorrow. So we're going to get that done pretty soon. I'm pretty excited about that. It's definitely coming soon. I can't wait to do that. And then once we finish that, then we're going to do some new hinges on the Jeep. We'll do the hinge support brackets, and we'll do some rust removal. So I'm really excited, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you can see when I post that half door part 2 video. See you next time.